It's now the end of day 7. We started the day in Gallup, New Mexico, and we've ended up here in Lubbock, Texas, where it is really, really cold.
You know, I expected a lot of things on the trip here, but I forgot how cold it gets in western Texas this time of year. And snow, ice, salt trucks, and plows just wasn't on my radar at all. And for some reason, even though I'm fresh out of winter in New England, the same temperature here feels colder than it does back home. I can't explain why. Some of it may be just humidity, but woo!
Before I forget, I want to thank the couple in the dark green 4Runner with New Mexico plates, who, both of them, gave us the rock on symbol as they drove past us. You're actually the first people who've indicated anything positive about these cars, or in fact even noticed them at all. I commented a few days ago that they're invisible. Well, they do seem to be invisible, but thank you to that couple who noticed us and indicated their approval. Leaving Gallup, we headed east, and boy, let me tell you, there are some fierce side winds blowing sort of northeast in most of that part of New Mexico. Between the semis and some hills, there was a whole lot of buffeting, and it's not driving I choose to do every day. I never felt in danger, but those are some major side winds. And then there are the tumbleweeds as well. But we covered 460 miles. Not the most miles we've ever done in a day, but enough. And the cars are still running decently. We have a couple of new problems in my car. There's a little bit of an oil leak on the front of the engine, so I'm putting in half a quart a day, and we'll diagnose that later. Engine still runs fine. The transmission shifts hard and is reluctant to downshift, but it will. And on very, very, very hard braking, there's a howling noise, so that would be something we need to look at. Car clearly needs an alignment, and annoyingly, the steering wheel is off-center, which doesn't really bother me, but it looks bad. Tom did, however, by the fact that he has a trip computer that works, help me figure out a couple of weird things in my car. I had mentioned a few days ago that every once in a while, at random, my car beeps at me twice. Well, it turns out a Sterling will alert you if the temperature gets to a certain level and it feels like you might be driving into icy conditions. A lot of cars do this, actually. I hadn't expected it in one that was 31 years old. He was able to learn this because on his car, the trip computer display works, and there's a snowflake that pops up when it beeps. My display is largely gone, no snowflake, so I had no idea what the beeps were. But hey, thank you, Sterling. I appreciate the warnings. The other thing is, he figured out, basically through trial and error, how I was inadvertently changing the temperature on my heater from Fahrenheit to centigrade and back again. It's a particular combination of buttons. The cars have now covered probably more than 2,500 miles. I'd have to go back and add it all up. But we're still trucking along. We are in Lubbock tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow.